Let them have
The internet has caused some irreversible damage to society, no doubt about it. Ever since 2020, when everyone was stuck inside for months, people's morals just seem to vanish. Whether it's selling themselves online for as little as $5, or harassing innocent people in public just for content and a paycheck.
No. You guys are locked in there.
It's like the moment restrictions were lifted and things returned to normal. The attention-hungry degenerates who had been cooped up at home couldn't wait to get back out there and grab their spotlight. This is probably why we've seen characters like Neon and Jack Doherty gain popularity in recent years. But even those bottom feeders pale in comparison to Wolfie Kahletti, a TikTok influencer who's somehow worse than both of them. This guy doesn't just rely on irritating people in public for content, he's actually putting people's lives in danger along the way. Take, for example, the time he thought it would be hilarious to walk into the back of a fast food restaurant and throw ice into the fryer.
Tacos and the egg roll. Hey.
Now, if you're wondering what's so dangerous about that, let me break it down for you. When you put ice or water into a fryer, it heats up and causes the oil to bubble. If that bubbling gets out of hand, it can spill over, which is a serious hazard. And just imagine, this poor worker, probably barely making minimum wage, trying to do their job when some idiot decides to risk everyone's safety just to get a laugh. Best case scenario, the worker has to stay late, cleaning up spilled oil. Worst case, the whole place could explode. Of course, the video didn't lead to an explosion, but the fact that it could have been that dangerous should have been enough to get this guy arrested on the spot. But of course he wasn't. Instead, he continued his antics, like the time he grabbed a dead pigeon from the ground and tossed it into a fryer at a McDonald's.
Fried pigeon? Wolfie, remember that.
What kind of person picks up a dead pigeon off the ground, then thinks, hey, let me toss this into a fryer? Not only is that disturbingly weird, but it's incredibly inconsiderate to the worker who's just trying to do their job. They're there to make a living, not deal with some random guy throwing a dead bird into the fryer. They have to shut everything down, clean up, and start over, all while dealing with a stream of customers. It's beyond me how anyone finds that funny. Now, maybe if you're under 13, I can understand finding it funny, but if you're older than that and think it's a laugh, then you need to reevaluate your sense of humor. And as someone who's worked in fast food and restaurants, I can tell you right now, those employees aren't getting paid enough to handle this clown's nonsense. The worst part is, this guy is making way more money than the people he's exploiting to create his videos. His TikTok got banned recently, but that's probably not where he was making his big bucks. His Instagram is still live, sitting at 300,000 followers, and his first 8 videos alone racked up around 60 million views. That includes the video I showed earlier, where he slapped food out of a girl's hands, a video that's currently at over 27 million views. I don't know how much Instagram pays per 1,000 views for Reels, but let's lowball it and say it's 50 cents per 1,000 views. That one video alone probably earned him $10,000 to $20,000 a video where he slapped food out of someone's hands and pretty much assaulted them. And here's the kicker, that amount of money is likely more than the yearly salary of the fast food workers he's been harassing to create these stunts. It's absolutely insane to me that the internet rewards behavior like this. But here's the thing about creators like him, they crave attention. Once they see their view counts and paychecks rise, they're hooked. They'll do anything to chase that high again. After getting 2 videos with over 20 million views in just 1 week, there's no way he'd ever hit those numbers again. And although most of his videos still did decent, some with millions of views, it was clear the novelty was wearing off. His shock value was fading, working, and his views and income started to dip. That's when he decided to pull an even dumber stunt. He went into Walmart, grabbed some bug spray off the shelf, and sprayed it all over fresh produce in the store. Like, what even is that? It's just plain ridiculous. I don't even think I need to elaborate on how absurd and dangerous that is. And here's where it gets even crazier. He actually tried to delete the video quickly after, but by that point, the damage was done. With a following as large as his, the video was likely shared by thousands, if not tens of thousands, before he had the chance to take it down. And then, after months of causing chaos, he finally faced some real consequences. A would-be Arizona influencer accused of spraying pesticides on produce at a Phoenix area Walmart is facing felony charges following the stunt that was posted on social media. Charles Smith, 27, was arrested after videos were uploaded to Instagram. And TikTok showed a man spreading bug spray on yams, lemons, chicken, and other produce at Walmart. This is where it gets good though. Smith faces one felony charge of introducing poison, as well as misdemeanor charges of theft, criminal damage, and endangerment. A judge ordered him held on a $10,000 bond, as well as getting charged for a third-degree burglary for some other incident. The article states that it could be from a video where he took something from someone outside of a business and ran away. If you're wondering what third-degree burglary is, it's basically when someone enters a building or structure without permission, intending to commit a crime. So this could stem from one of those videos where he barged into the back of a fast food place and messed around with their equipment. Burglary charges can be tricky though. This type of charge could easily be dropped down to a misdemeanor, so who knows. But regardless of how this turns out, one thing's for sure, he's not done facing the music, and here's where things get even juicier. Apparently after being arrested, he didn't just sit in jail and reflect. No, this guy actually went back to Walmart about 10 minutes later, after the video was already circulating everywhere, to try and fix his mess. He recorded himself pushing the contaminated items in a cart, trying to make it seem like he was cleaning up his own mess. But honestly, who's buying that? Walmart had to toss over $900 worth of food because of what he did. By the time he went back, it's likely someone had already bought that tainted produce, and who knows what could have happened if they ate it. I really hope whoever grabbed those yams didn't end up getting sick. Now, during an interview with police, this guy confessed that he earns between $6,000 and $10,000 a month from making these videos. For a lot of people, that kind of money is life-changing. It's more than some people make in a year, and he's out here spending it on harassing random people and pulling these ridiculous stunts for content. He's clearly making more money off his pranks than the people he's targeting. People who are just trying to survive and pay the bills. And here's the real kicker. In one of the more pathetic moments of his arrest, he actually asked the judge to release him so he could go feed his dog.
Do you have any questions for me?
I do. I have a pet at the house, and we live alone, and she hasn't been able to eat in like 6 days. I was wondering if I have any assets of going home and promising to return to court. The next court date.
So you already have a bond in the other case, and so I can't control that bond.
Like, seriously? Bro's out here trying to act like he's some kind of responsible pet owner while making videos that screw over working class people just to get a few views. Let me point something out. Even though his bond is set at $10,000, he only needs to pay 10% of that to a bondsman, which comes out to $1,000. For someone who's been making $6,000 to $10,000 a month for the past several months, $1,000 is chump change. But when you're a guy who spends his time tormenting fast food workers and hanging out with 19 to 21-year-olds, it's safe to say he probably hasn't been managing his money too well. And although I do hope he finds someone to feed his dog, I really hope they just throw the book at this guy. I really hope they give him the max sentence for every charge that he has. Even when he's not going into the back of fast food places and destroying their fryers and low-key risking their lives in some cases, because messing with a fryer, like, oh, that can be dangerous. The rest of his videos are still complete dog shit, like the time he completely destroyed someone's clothes at the laundromat. Like, who is watching this and thinking this is funny? I'm so serious. It looks like it's nighttime in that video. Bro probably just got off work and it looks like that's the dryer, which means he's already paid and washed his clothes, and he's already paid for that dryer. So now he has to go pay for more washes, stay there another hour to rewash his clothes. All for what? So this guy can make $1,000+ off this video. Like, this shit is fucking pathetic, bro. He's literally harassing people that have no choice but to be where they're at. You think this guy wants to be at the laundromat right now? No, bro. He wants to be at home, which you're now not allowing him to go to because he still has to wash his clothes. And the same thing goes for the people at work. This isn't the same as walking down the street and pranking someone there. These people have to be there. They have to stay there and deal with the repercussions of what this guy is doing while he fucking runs away and laughs about it. There was also a time where he sprayed these seemingly homeless people with a fire extinguisher.
The word safe doesn't exist when Wolfie's around. Well, here we are. Am I recording what?
As well as also did it to yet again another fast food worker that's just trying to get done with their job and go home. And these are both fucked for different reasons. Obviously, the homeless people now have no way of washing off this powder. And I don't know if you've ever sprayed a fire extinguisher, but it's literally like this thick, heavy powder. It's probably gonna get all stuck in their hair. It's definitely not something you would want on you, especially if you didn't have immediate access to a nice warm shower. So I'm doubling down on what I said before, and I really hope they do actually charge this guy with all of these charges and put him in jail for a little bit. Likely not though. Usually how our justice system works, he's probably going to take a plea deal, maybe get charged for 1 or 2 of these, get let out on time served, get put on probation for a few months, and then he'll likely be right back to doing what he was doing just a few months later. But this is a really good chance to stop this behavior right now, because if they really do throw the book at this guy and put him in jail for a year or 2, there's gonna be a lot less people willing to copy this behavior. But if they do absolutely nothing and he's able to continue what he's doing and he keeps getting let off easy, there's a really good chance we're going to start seeing more and more people doing this. Because let me tell you, there's a lot of people out there that will do a whole lot worse for $6,000 to $10,000 a month. Now, before I wrap up, I want to leave you guys with something important. Don't be like this guy. If you have a dream or something you're passionate about, chase it. Even if your chances seem small, that's still better than giving up and turning it into 0. If you quit, you've got 0 chance of success. So chase your dreams, work hard, and don't let anybody make you feel like you're not capable of achieving your goals. Thanks for sticking with me through this video. If you've made it this far, drop a comment and let me know what you think about this whole situation. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.